those two subjects were the circumstance of the story that the film is based on. So I read an article about a Mexican family with an autistic son that ran away on the subway, and I thought that they were two parallels of people trying to kind of find their way through systems that aren't designed for them. You know, like as an immigrant in the United States, you don't necessarily feel like you have all the support of the city. So in the case of the mother, she was reluctant to go to the authorities. And for the boy, he didn't fully understand how to navigate the subway and find his way home. Well, Jesus is he is on the spectrum, and we met him on the internet. First through his mother, because we wanted to work with a child who is on the spectrum and not an actor, but someone who is interested in acting. And so we put up various blog posts, and his mother responded and connected us, and it was a long process. Yeah, there's a big change. I mean, I think in general he felt more empowered and confident. I don't think he had ever really been celebrated that much in his life. He had been more of he was considered more of a nuisance than he was an artist. And so I think it was an important experience for him to kind of just build up his own confidence and pride. And, I mean, he was just going through a lot of changes anyways, being a 13-year-old boy. He's growing up, and I think the movie helped, especially his mother, realize that he was no longer like a little kid who couldn't take care of himself. We rehearsed a lot, and Andrea Suarez Paz is also an amazing actress who kind of brought everyone up around her, because neither Jesus or the girl playing the sister had ever acted before, and Andrea is such a pro that she really elevated everybody's performance and really became their mother. It is a flexible script, yeah, which is kind of the only way I know how to work, because I've always had fairly limited resources. So, and I always shoot in real environments, and if you're too adamant about getting what's on a page, then you'll miss things that are accidental and magical and offering new parts to the story. The biggest example in this project is obviously the storm, which we didn't plan for and had to totally change the story to incorporate. I didn't grow up in New York. I do have family from New York, and I've been there for 10 years now, so I do consider it like my city. But yeah, I just wanted to do an honest portrayal of it, and not not a glossy picture of it, because that's only like a small portion of the people's story. It was really tough because the environment is changing all the time, and especially if you're trying to do multiple takes, it will be different from take to take. So you're really limited there, and there's just a lot of factors and unpredictable elements that you just have to constantly be incorporating. It's hard to fight against it. You kind of need to just kind of embrace it. No, you don't need permission in New York, as long as you're not using lights and what else? Tripod. It's basically the rules. You can't use lights in a tripod, and otherwise you're okay to film. People were excited to kind of cooperate and be a part of it. There are a lot of people who are in the film are just people who are there. It's a mix, and that was an exciting part of the process. We did a lot with sound, and and focus, I guess, were the ways that we tried to get into his head and show his point of view. And it was a lot of experimenting, and I think everybody's somewhere on various spectrums of perception, and so we took some poetic liberties to just kind of come up with our own way of presenting this boy Ricky's way of seeing things. Yeah, I think about sound a lot while I'm making films, just like the same way I think of the composition of the picture or the lighting. It's definitely one of like the central elements that I think about, and in the case of post-production and mixing, I was very involved with Eli, Eli Cohn is the sound artist that I work with, and we have a lot of fun, and we did a lot of experimentation for this, so yeah. My name is Sam Fleischner, and I'm the director of the film Stand Clear of the Closing Doors. So yeah, I directed this film, and it's about a Mexican family living in New York and their experience with a child running away in the subway, and I hope you'll come see it.